Today, I want to share with you my 5-step framework to guide you through how to redefine what health means for your life and create a sustainable health plan that is customized to you. If you're new to my channel, I'm Savannah. I'm a health and body image coach, and I help women get unstuck in their health journey through mindset training. Now, today I want to share with you my Frustrated to Freedom 5-step framework that I walk my clients through in my program Diet Free Dream Body, which is a program centered around mindset, our core beliefs about health, and really working through those core beliefs so that we can accept our bodies now, heal our relationship with ourselves, and create a health plan that is completely aligned with us. Now, before I share the steps with you, I want to just say that I went on my own personal health journey to heal my relationship with myself and my body, which was ultimately what was causing me to go through these cycles of, wanting to set weight loss goals, trying to jump on different diet plans, trying different workout plans in order to morph my body to look a certain way and achieve my physical goals. And it was this constant cycle that I was putting myself through, and I was still always struggling mentally. So even if I did lose weight and I did achieve the physical goals, I still felt kind of empty inside after, that wore off after a while. And what would usually happen is I would go back to my regular routine of things. Progress that I had made would either fizzle out, or I would realize how unsustainable it was to keep those results. I just want to put out there now that my approach that I work with clients on is not about the physical goals. It's about getting away from those physical goals. Just let those be a byproduct of our new health plan that is completely aligned with, how we want to feel on a regular basis. We want our life to look like for the long term. And I have a 60-minute masterclass training. If at the end of this video you like what I taught and you want the masterclass training where I go way more in depth, I talk about more of the science behind where my training comes from and more action steps, I have a 60-minute training for free that you can register for and get access to right away. I will leave the link to that in the description if you find that this video is helpful and you want more. And you want to learn a little bit more about how I teach. All right, so let's dive in. The first step that is in my 5-step framework is to create awareness. And in this step, I walk my clients through exactly how to basically spend this time collecting data of where we are currently at right now. And the issue that I see a lot of people do when they are starting new programs and plans is they want to dive right into the goal setting. They want to start creating these plans and figuring out what they're going to start doing every single week. And they'll set these weight loss goals. And there's a time and a place for that. But when we are going through this mindset training and we are getting down to the root causes of our issues that are leading to our self-sabotage in the first place, we need to be fully aware of what our beliefs are, what our autopilot habits are, and I talk a little bit more about that in my masterclass training, what that even means. And we are basically just collecting data about who we are right now in this moment. And there's no emotion attached to this. I really encourage my clients to just use this as the time to collect as much data as possible, because we cannot change what we don't know. And awareness is really the first step in anything, not just in your health journey, but when you're trying to make any changes in your life, you need to be aware of where you are currently at right now and what needs to be changed. So I have a lot of steps in this module that we go through that helps them create that awareness and fully understand why they make the decisions that they make on a regular basis that they may not have even been aware of in the first place. The next step that I walk my clients through is the elimination module. So this step is all about going in more depth with the data that we just collected and taking a look at it and analyzing it and trying to understand it. And what we do in this step is we do talk a lot about the reality of nutrition and exercise and weight loss. We really take this form of reality and misconceptions that we've been carrying for so long and put that in a comparison of our current beliefs, because a lot of the times our current beliefs, they're just our known truths. It doesn't mean they're actually true. So we could be telling ourselves and having this belief and this truth that we are fat. Like maybe that is just something you say in the mirror when you see yourself. And really in reality, like if you were to go to the doctor and get your weight checked or get your BMI checked, you're actually not considered to be overweight or obese. You're actually considered to be normal. And this is a lot of the process that we go through in the program, which is to take our truths and our beliefs and basically put a mirror towards them and show ourselves like this is actually like not true, or this is actually what the reality of the situation is. And we bring ourselves back down and see it for what it is, because again, when our brains have these beliefs and these truths, it's like the end all be all in those situations. Like our brain is going to find whatever it can to prove that this belief is actually true. So if you believe that you are fat, then you're gonna find ways throughout your day to basically prove that it is true. And the same can go for is if your belief is that you are healthy, you're going to find things throughout your day that basically solidify that belief. So that is really what we're doing in the elimination phase. And we're not necessarily trying to fully replace these thoughts, but we are trying to see them without any emotion attached, because although we can't always control our initial thought, we can control what happens after. And that's a process that I walk them through, that is finding that for yourself, what works for you in order to start to redefine your own beliefs about yourself and acknowledge the current ones that you have right now, and figure out how you can start to manage the actions that fall after those beliefs kick in. The third step that we go through is the create step, and this step is basically where we go more in depth of redefining what health means to us. We break it down into a statement of this is what we want health to mean for us in our lives. I take my clients through this process called the LDV formula that basically helps them not only create this new definition of health, but a process that helps them basically solidify this belief that allows them to feel emotion and really feel emotionally attached to this new belief, so that when we jump into the next step, which, spoiler alert, is our planning step, they are much more likely to stick to it and to make choices. And it feels more simple to stick to these habits because they are emotionally attached to this new definition of health. So that LDV formula stands for list, define, visualize. If you want to learn more about what that looks like, you can sign up for my masterclass, and I dive more into what that even means, how it works, and the science behind it. The fourth module, we are planning. So this is the part, like I was saying at the beginning of this video, that most people jump into this part right away and they don't do any of the groundwork to help solidify this plan moving forward. So this plan, I have a bunch of exercises and processes that we go through to make sure that this plan is a strong plan. It's prepared for anything to happen. So we all know that plans don't always go as planned, and we make sure to take this into consideration when we are planning our goals. So we start with the long-term goals. We start breaking those down into short-term goals, and all of these goals are based on what we create in the create phase. So that new definition of health, how we want our life to look like and feel like, we set those goals based on that. So even this is already a totally different approach to what you may be used to, or how maybe some personal trainers walk you through, where a lot of the times you're focusing on the physical goals, and these goals are not set with a bigger picture in mind. They are set based on why you came in to see the personal trainer in the first place. And this is something that we do not do in my program. We don't focus on physical goals. It's something I do not encourage my clients to focus on. I usually approach it as let physical goals be a byproduct of the goals that we set in place. Do not let them be the main focus, because 9 times out of 10, people are not going to stick to those. And if they do, it feels extremely hard. It feels extremely out of alignment with the freedom that they want in their life. So this is not our focus in the planning stage. And I have a process where I take them through my craft method, which is how we set up our goals to be sustainable, to be simple, to feel easy to stick to. Again, I dive more into that in my masterclass training if you want to learn about my craft method and how we walk through that process of setting goals that feel easy and simple to stick to. The last step that we go through is the building step. So this is where we are basically taking the action from our planning step and we are building this new identity. That is what the whole step is centered around, is building this new identity to where our brain is starting to work for us instead of against us. Because like we talked about in this video, a lot of times we are on this hamster wheel of self-sabotage all the time. And when we go through this step, we are basically teaching our brain that we are becoming a new person. And like I said in the beginning, our brain is always trying to fulfill its beliefs throughout the day on autopilot, and it's really easy for our brain to do that. And when we are creating this new identity, we are becoming the person we need to be, that we want to be, that we, defined in the create step, then our brain is starting to work for us. And because to its core, it believes, that we are a healthy person. It believes that we are the type of person who prioritizes movement, and it believes that we are the person who eats for nourishment. So sticking to that lifestyle becomes very easy and simple to do because our core belief is already in alignment with that. And we no longer are doing this working hard and, going on this uphill journey of trying to establish these new habits. And I do have a bonus module in there that really basically ties everything in a bow and just basically solidifies everything that we just did through those 5 steps. So that is what I teach my clients, the process we go through together. I was saying before, if you want a more in-depth teaching of this concept and what I teach my clients, then you can sign up for my free masterclass training. It is just going to go way more in depth than what I just did today. So I will make sure to link that below. And if you have more questions about my teachings or how to live a healthier lifestyle, how to have more self-love and body confidence through specific mindset training, please let me know, comment below, let me know your thoughts on this video. And if you ever have topics that you want me to discuss in my channel, I have new videos that come out every single Monday, new topics that we discuss. So please feel free to shoot me a message over on Instagram or in the comments below of your ideas that you would love for me to cover. All right, thank you so much for watching.